Greg just mentioned the groins. It was proposed over 20 years ago to have rock groins placed on the North Shore, as they have been already on the West Shore. They call them fishtail groins. If you remember, since time immemorial, when I'm born and bred in the town, I remember the wooden groins. It's the wooden groins that Greg was referring to there, that Mr. Storer, myself, Councillor Ronnie Hughes at the time, many other people fought for over 20 years ago. We were told at the time that the reinstating the wooden groins would be not cost effective and not environmentally friendly at the time. That's right. Now, Dan's with us, who's been on the high seas here for many, many years, and I know I'm in agreement with Dan. You think that the wooden groin should be reinstated as well, if I remember rightly, because of the tidal situation. The wooden groins held the sand in. They broke the tidal pattern up. The steps, which have now been covered, they also broke up the tidal flow, the tidal pattern. They weren't just steps. They were there to break the tidal pattern up. Now, with us tonight, we have Councillor Priestley. If I could have a few words with Mike. Can we have a round of applause for Councillor Priestley, please? Now, if I can refer to you as Mike, if that's okay. You have a very important role in what's going on here on the North Shore Beach. What the heck is going on? Who's responsible? Tell everybody here what we can expect to see.
Yeah, basically what's happening here is we're adhering to policy that was set in 1995, which is what you see here. What that's doing is protecting 4,500 properties behind. I'm quite happy that I met with the beach group on, I think it was about a week or so ago. I'm quite happy to listen to the councillors. I'm quite happy to take forward what the councillors, at the end of the day, you guys vote the councillors in, and you guys can give the councillors a mandate to take forward whatever they want. So I'm quite happy to take a report. I've already gave my commitment to the beach working group, so I'm quite happy to take a report forward. Basically, if we're going to put sand, if we're going to reinstate a beach here, my understanding and my engineers are telling me that we will need some sort of protection there, similar to what's in Colwyn Bay, or we could look at, as you say, the wooden groins, but it would have to be modelled, because this is going to cost a lot of money. And before you spend that money, what you need to do is be sure that what you're going to put in place is not going to wash away. Last year we put, and some people will say it was the wrong kind of sand, but last year we put 1,000 tonnes up by Children's Corner. Within 2 or 3 tides, the whole lot had gone. So what that tells me is we'll need something in place to protect it. I've worked with John Storer. John will verify. Probably about 18 months ago, John and I came up with protecting Children's Corner, taking the rock away. I'm a local lad. I want to see kids on the beach. I remember the outcry about not having the sandcastle competition. So basically, I've been working with the Environment Department. We've now got a marine consent licence to take the rock away, which is by the jetties up there. I do understand that we'll probably, John, have to put something in place to stop the rock coming back, but working with the guys here who reinstated the jetty and saved Conway a lot of money. So basically, I'm coming here to listen. I'm going to take your views away, and also I'm coming here as a friend and as a local. But at the moment, I think in the next, I think 20 years, we've got 10 tides, which are astrological, going to be the highest tides going. 2 of them are going to be this year, and we need to defend Llandudno, and that's what's happened. You saw the storms in December the 5th, and the damage that created. What will happen there is the waves... No, and I would say... Yes, thank you, sir, and I would say it's a good defences that were in place that stopped that happening. So basically, that's where we are.
So, thanks very much, John. This work we've seen here, first of all, how many thousands of tons of rocks, not shingle, by the way, rocks have been dumped on the North Shore Beach, and how much has it cost?
We have a programme in place. We were lucky, fortunate enough from Welsh Government to get funding. It's over £1 million. And basically what we're putting on here is about 50,000 tonnes of cobble, which is reinstating the cobble back to the 2004, I believe, I'm looking at 2002, to the protection that would give.
So would that money not have been better spent on reinstating the wooden groins? The wooden groins would have stopped the sand from shifting. It would have held the sand here. It would have... It is the council, some might say the council have been negligent over many years in not reinstating the wooden groins. They worked for generations. They held the sand, they broke up the tidal path, and they worked. And you've spent £1 million on just what we've seen here, let alone everything else. It can't make any sense, surely. And all these scare tactics. You councillors and council officers, I printed out reams of stuff here. It's scare tactics. All that. This is how you, as a councillor, expect us to accept what you've done here. You use scare tactics all the time. We don't need scare tactics. We need something more logical, more cost-effective, and something that will not destroy our lifeblood, which is tourism.
Well, Ian, you're playing to the crowd. That's fine. But
I'm telling it like it is. Playing to the crowd.
Listen, get him out of office. All I'm saying is what we're doing here is protecting the coastline. I didn't expect a smooth ride today. Basically, our engineers, our coastal engineers, do have grave concerns for Llandudno's protection. As I've said, I'm coming here, I'll work with you. If you give the council a mandate, and that's what basically it is, you give the council a mandate to reinstate sections of the beach, because I think you'll have to do it in phases because of the cost. If you're saying, let's do that, give the council a mandate, let's crack on and have a go at it. But as I say, this is what I'm saying, I hear my colleagues behind me. Power to the people. That you know, basically, I haven't heard anything since I've had the cabinet position for the environment regarding this sea defence until today. And I think it's fantastic that social media has brought people out today to show and to express their concerns. And I'm quite happy to work with that. Quite happy.
Because you're out of touch.
So, hold on a second.
Street last hit the roads. I live in Channel Street. We've not been flooded for over 35 years.
Yeah. Well, actually, I've got. Yeah. No, thank you for that. I'm quite happy. What we're going to also look at within Conway is perhaps put some sort of timeline in, because I'm not going to win here tonight, am I? But basically, I'm not, am I? But so basically, what we're going to do is put something on the internet on Conway County Borough Council, so you can have a look at, perhaps feed into, and as I say, I've given a commitment. I've come here tonight to give a commitment to working with the group. I'm working with John Storer. The first step in this long journey, I believe, is clearing the rock from Children's Corner and giving us a beach and giving us a start. And I started this journey 18 months ago. So basically, what we're doing here is a policy in 1995 to protect Llandudno. I'm happy. I can't say it anymore.
The promenade from the Punch and Judy through to the first shelter by the paddling pool is 1.2 miles. You keep talking about Children's Corner. This is more than that. This is the jewel in the queen of the Welsh seaside resorts. What if the public shout long and loud enough, will Conway County Borough Council remove the stones and do as we ask?
No, I can't promise that. I can't promise that, because I've got a commitment to saving the town from flooding. So I can't promise that. What we can do is you'd need to model putting sand on the beach. You'd need to have a model, and that takes time. So you can't just put sand on the beach and expect it to stay there. As you say, with the wooden groins, that would need to be modelled to make sure that what we do is put it right. Because if you're going to put a load of sand on the beach, you want it to stay there. And listen, I'm not arguing with anybody here. I understand. Economically, I think a beach in Llandudno will be the biggest boost you'd ever see in your lives.
This beach here to the left and the right of us, where we stand, this is going to be what you've just described. You can't be serious.
Listen, I've said I'll work with you. That's all I can say.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
Can I just ask, can we as a town have an open meeting about this issue? As I gather, the Conway County Borough Council are supposed to have a certain amount of open meetings a year, and I've got it from a good source that they've had 2 this last year, open meetings, yeah, out of God knows how many. Most of the meetings with that council have been closed meetings. Please, 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 could we have an open meeting on this issue so that we're informed? I think we would like to be informed, yes?
Yeah, absolutely happy for that.
could you possibly arrange that on our behalf, please?
I can ask officers. I mean, yes, it depends where you want it, whether you want it in the town hall, whether you want it in Venue Cymru. Obviously, outside when it's raining is not great, but...
I think maybe the quarry. Maybe I think the arena at Venue Cymru would be good because it's big and it's underused.
Can I just say, yeah, I'm quite happy to work with the organisers to arrange a meeting. Quite happy to do that.
Okay, are you happy with that? We'll get a meeting together with the members of Conway County Borough Council and put them on the spot. Now, Willis.